Hello! It is time for this game. More Stormblood. We'll get pretty close to the end today, I think. We might be finishing the base game this week. Okay. Well, here we go. I see. Yup. Yup. Thank you. The occupation is ended then? The people must be informed of our victory. But I will not simply give up Gosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search for the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river. It could easily drag you down to your deaths. I can navigate the waters easily without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he's right. Rain, a word if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep. He needs us now, more than ever. My friends, I'm returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And did you find him? Nay, lady. Naught remained of the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above. The manner of its collapse was most unusual. The floor beneath him gave way before the rest. It's not impossible that he could have been sent tumbling to the river. But the water is thick with silt and debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I am sorry. That's not for which you should apologize. Thank you, Soroban, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle is in ruins, and the people are eager to learn the fate of their nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is one, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can't get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others at the House of the Feast to gather there. Magna and Sadu know naught of what happened to the castle. I will go and tell them. They fought valiantly with honor, Serena. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend. We're instrumental in this triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. You look like shite. The captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? And you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. That's cause enough for celebration, and those people you're about to see need something to celebrate. Hey. Hey.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
Ah.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught. Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Yay!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
Oh. You're the Lord, remember? Stand tall.
Forgive me. This is rather more daunting than I had anticipated. But you are right. I must be strong. Wish me luck. We are a sorry lot, are we not?
We
Tired,
are indeed.
dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. A people pushed to the point of breaking.
Falafel Fantasy? It's excellent. My favorite game. Hi, welcome to the stream.
And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? to rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Lord Ian!
Doma! Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Let's go.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas and onward and to the next battlefield.
One nation liberated, on to the next. Well, how do you want to be called? Caliber 0? Just 0? I want to be a Galleon. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. Galleons are canonically unable to cast magic, so... You know, unless you mean the... Okay, you could be in the army, but you can't be, like, a Galleon, like, native person. You know? Galleons can't use magic, so half of the classes wouldn't work for them. Actually, come to think of it, I think, like, 75% of the classes wouldn't work for them. Let's see. Paladin, no. Warrior would work. Dark Knight, no. Gunbreaker, no, because of the Erda shells. Healers are out of the question, so is magical range DPS. Bard, maybe. Machinist would work, obviously. Dancer, I think it might. Monk. Oh, I'm not familiar with Monk lore. Dragoon, no. The Ninja, also no. Samurai, I guess, yes. And Reaper, no. Reaper, yes, definitely yes. I mean, you'd have to carry, like, Galleon level equipment with you, so to refill your ether barrel, your ether rounds, but sure. But the mage classes are gone, like, no question there. Like, no mages for Galleons. And then all the physical classes that also use magic are also a problem. Like Ninja, for instance, which does use magic. I think based on Xenos, Samurai might be possible. Reaper is definitely possible because you get your magic from the Void Send, not from yourself. I mean, Reaper is a Galleon class, so it's canonically a Galleon fighting style. Obviously, Galleons can be Reapers. Crap! I skipped that dialogue box. Ah, well. Very well. There are other ways in which we might celebrate. By rejoining the fight for the freedom in Gerbania, for one. Short though a time here has been, we've all come to regard this land and the people as our own, I think. But we have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize the opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. I have to see what Galamant would do if he showed up at the door as a summoner and asked to join the army. I think they would probably let you in, like... You willingly fighting for their empire? I don't think they'd turn down, like, applicants to their army. Well, at least at this moment in time. We dare not follow the Imperials. A moment's respite. Respite. I don't know how the word is pronounced. Okay, so Summoner is a weird class in and of itself. You don't technically summon primals. You attune to their ether and then use that to construct the Iggy, but you don't actually summon the primal. I think that the Galleans would be interested in summoners because Summoner is an Elargan class. And the Summoner skill set does contain tools to subdue and defeat a primal, theoretically, like lore-wise. So I think they might be interested in that. I think the only reason Galleans don't really have summoners is because they can't use magic themselves. Otherwise, I guess there would be a lot of summoners in that army. It's my guess, at least. You're right, you're leaving. I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here has ended. There's no cause to remain. The Orani and Dothal have already withdrawn. We'll follow them anon, but I wish to bid you a farewell first. The Blue too must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has needs of merchants and builders. We are eager to offer our services. And just like that, our grand fellowship is broken, without ceremony or pomp. You steal off into the dark. What class would get you rejected from the Gallean army? No matter, we have plenty of to be getting on with. Places to be, people to rob, and so on. The captain never was one for mingling. I'm a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Ian? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you're for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Her waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well in your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. May the Kami speed you on your way until we meet again. I think Paladin would get you rejected from the Gallean army. Explicitly using magic that requires you to pray to a false god? That would definitely get you kicked out. And to think of it, I don't think I've seen paladins in the Gallean army. I've seen a few gladiators, sure. No, a different class. Paladin is not gladiator. The paladin part is mostly the magic part of the class. You get most of your physical attack tools on gladiator skill tree. I think being a fully fledged paladin might get you kicked out of that army. I haven't seen them cast Confiteor. Or the heal, whatever. Anyway, that might be up there. I think Dragoon might also be slightly on the shit list. But not as much. It's just like the allegiance to the dragons might be counterproductive in the long run. Okay. Take me to the land, pirate man. Not immense undone. Ready to part? Am I? I am. Would a Dark Knight get kicked out? They're basically vigilantes. I guess so. Of everything. Good. We need to wait anchor before Sikisegami arrive. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Uldan. I informed Tataru of something. For coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here that we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your heretical endeavors, I suppose. Time to visit Hancock. I wonder if Tataru is done domesticating him. That is one scary potato. I like her. Together with Kryl, she's my favorite Lalafell. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on the job well done. It's a pleasure ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock. Though Rush and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphino, I assure you. Anyway, you will be glad to hear that I've already chartered a passage for you back to Limsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until you four have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought. And I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. I told her many times before I would be more than willing to assist you. And I told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into her affairs. Worm your way into her affairs. And exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now. You needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry, half a dozen other locations. Everyone loves me. So go. Don't let it keep me. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. I'll be waiting for you there. Modest maiden, you say? I keep going this way for some reason, instead of using the teleporter. Not only is it slower, it's also the wrong way. That leads down to the river. Not exactly where I want to be. I don't have that! Oh crap. I should get that. Anyway, so what's your main class? I'm just gonna call you Zero, if that's fine. If that is okay for you. Why not Scholar? Summoner and Gunbreaker in that order. I see. So I'm really liking Black Mage right now. Black Mage is a lot of fun. My personal favorite is Astrologian though. I really like Astrologian. Shadowbringers was Gunbreaker, Bard, Scholar, and Summoner. Not Bard though. I see. I am not really too much into the pet gameplay. I think the pet AI is not responsive enough for my personal taste. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying I don't like it. So I usually don't play any of the pet classes, but I still have to check out the new Summoner. The new Summoner looks fun. First to arrive as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
Yeah, that's why I want to try it out. I heard the same thing. Voice
Best
acted.
of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Not to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two
you doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
So, a friend of mine doesn't particularly like the new summoner for that exact reason. Because everything is instant cast. He went like... basically his statement was, if I want to play a cast, I want to actually be casting. I don't agree with that. But I also play like Astrologian and Red Mage in high level content, so I usually play the up until now least casting caster class in the respective category. Because you know how Red Mage has an entire combo where you just instant cast for like 20 seconds.
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
Yeah.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense. To wit, we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force?
I'm very sorry. I'm gonna have to take a call real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Let's continue.
And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lise, to seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that.
Let's go.
Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor.
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
Meanwhile. Ah, yes. Zeno's time.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we'd poured into that hole, and for what?
Ah.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
Maybe.
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi.
No! Triumph!
Xenos ye Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I would not hear another sound pass her lips until I strip the fat from her.
Broken Hazy at last. Where did you pick up where we left off? We are not who we were when we left. We're stronger, wiser. So let's do it. Let's get back to Mhigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. So many voices. Here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that and more, we return better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, with Doma freed of imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Mhigo. We're stronger, wiser, and have a higher level, better gear now. Yup. What is that emote? What? Perfect. Hi, Venred, how you doing? Well, I am all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it sounds better than best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do I shall do as you suggest. I see. I'm not too late. I don't know. Yep. Admiral, what are you doing here? The Stardener Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Gearbanya? Aye, the Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we've been unable to press further and to occupy territory. Commander Camp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides toward rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results, I'm sorry to say. 'Twas a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you. Oh no. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Cryle Baldazian was taken prisoner. Cryle? Do they know where she's been held? They do not, but our comrades were informed at once. I'm told Thancred is in Gearbanya looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Cryle taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Customarians. Pray excuse us, Admiral. Lady Yugiri? Cryle, no! No. That's an interesting position to be kind of dropped. Bye, Legza, Lumegza. Why do I have like 4 FPS? What is this? Thancred! There you are. You've heard the news. Broad strokes from Admiral Blifferswin. What happened? Cryle and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Ishtola and several others wounded to the Rising Stones. for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Don't be so hard on yourself. You protected Yashtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. A new path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fight, I caught a glimpse of the leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong as the Echo in Rain is. In the Echo's Rain is, of course. Half the time, it's enough to knock me on my ass. Like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenship. And all that and more. If she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people and pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Cryobaldacian, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communication since the attack, but we've yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Krylord for current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Kyle back alive... Kyle? If their orders were to bring Kyle back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. Very well. I wish I should do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the customers who speak for a meeting with General Eldon. If you hurry, you could find him in the road. Discuss the situation beforehand. I think Rain and I are going to see Conrad like he suggested. You'll wait here. Conrad! What the fuck happened while I was in Doma? Bear! 'Tis bears. Ah, the music. Conrad! Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, Rain. I'm sure you've heard about Kryl by now. Yeah, that's why we're here. I'm still not sure how to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for the time at the Far East, lass. And that's good news for Kryl. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How's everything with you and Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arenvald's been a godsend. Him and Nago, and all the other Youngbloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive support of the Flames and Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Giribania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Uldar and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way. We've still far to go. But we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later, we'll get to Mhigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should make haste to Customarians. There's no point in you telling me everything now when you'll only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right, I'll go ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Ah, good music. Hey. You spoke with Thancred then? Good. Take heart, if anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Camp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. Ooh, a ring! Ah, there you are. And there's Commander Camp, I see. I know you're eager to speak of your next move. But we would first have you more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Cutscene. Voiced? I don't like speaking Roban. He ruins my throat. That looks voiced.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Mhigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamegan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Wait, what the fuck? When did the cutscene become non-voiced? Don't do that! Stop! Ah! I was like vibing, checking my email on the other tab. Listening to them talk, there's suddenly music. No voice. I thought it was too aggressive to not press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. You lure them far east, as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold the ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied. Leaving us to take the bridge with the remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. What are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken their palace? I don't need you to take Valadina, Commander Camp. All I need is for you to fly a flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing the bridge has fallen? Aye, we convinced them. Valadina's lost. Hit them, we convinced them Valadina's lost. Hit them hard with the reinforcements and watched them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust has settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. Yay! In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Right, Lise, Arenvald, I ask you that you accompany Commander Camp. Ellis and I will remain with the Flame General. We return to Argus Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. In case I haven't noticed, the flag flying above Valadina is a bloody massive. It'd take it a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. There's no need for that, right, Nago? So long as they have my griffin and settle for glamour prisms. Huh. Arnvald, in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link bells. Lise, I want you to look in the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Hi, sir! All forces ready to depart. Custom Corvi when ready. That will be all. Rain, stay with me a moment if you would. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell their ways on their heart. There've been a lot of new faces since last you were here. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Mhigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know when you see him. Come and find me when you're finished. I ran past them. Creep. Oh, there's one in there. I'm blind. Hello. Say, but isn't the lad who helped me find the ward I misplaced? But there you go again, treating you as equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone, then one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was the bleeding hell Eurofiosia who'd taken time out of their busy day to help me. Well, what is done, but I know that I'll fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle. And the next, and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Farewell. Perfect voice. Wait, I know you. Private Umbria, it's an honor to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Uldar, but decided to enlist the flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join the fight for my homeland's liberation. But this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Private. We'll give to those Imperial Holsons what fall. Rain, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Mhigo, you did. Wildred and the rest of us had gotten into our heads that we had enough crystals. We could summon Ralga like the Amujar summoned their god. Thankfully, he put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happens to Wildred? When the Braves and they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. Maybe that the best folk like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in a hurry, mind. I know what happened to Wildred. He got murdered by Ilberd because he knew too much. You've had a word with the men I mentioned? Yep. And I'm sure you noticed, they have another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another, but that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Giovanni his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Little Mhigo in search of a new life, who sought to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born in foreign soul, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belong to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. And where there's good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. I'd take a special sword to lead such men to Mhigo, don't you think? Someone like Lise? I see we are of one mind. She left to make the decision for herself, of course. You've traveled with her, been by her side, but she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Rain. She's our future. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Good lad. Right then. We'd best head to Castellum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. Where is that? Oh, it's there. Okay. Castellum Corvi. Got it. Let's go. Ah, that's a long way. Look at the cute enemies that can't attack me because I'm level 78. What the fuck is happening? I'll be level 79 when I get out of this quest. Out of this quest level thing. How did I overlevel that hard? Okay, so, it is mostly the server I'm playing on being alpha, which is one of the new servers they added to the Light Data Center, which currently gives you the Road to 80 buff right here. What Road to 80 does is it doubles all experience gained, including quest experience and discovery experience from discovering map tiles, like these. Which is why I get 47,000 XP for discovering a map tile, and 200,000 XP for finishing a main quest at the moment. That together with dungeon XP also being doubled on top of that, I got here by playing exactly the main story and my class quest and nothing else. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember, we need to hold out until Mhigo sees the flag. Let it get in order any moment now. But yeah, the Road to 80 buff does that to you. It's pretty OP.
It's begun then.
Yep. Ugh.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Mhigo. You're making her nervous.
Let's go.
We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way. Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Mhigo, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Here it comes!
It's fighting time! Let's go! Oh, I'm so ready. No. Ah! The prelude to, prelude? I don't know. The beginning of liberating Mhigo. I think it's prelude. I think. Pronouncing word hard. seize the bridge. Let's go. A token force? Nothing we can't handle. Well then. I should probably take out the automatic artillery. How is that thing? Ah.
Take this!
And break the artillery. You know, fully automated artillery is conceptually really cool. I just wish it wasn't in my face. That didn't count as inside the ley line. Okay. Sage. Sage. Ah. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive.
Meet my new friend!
I was muted. Whoops.
God damn you!
Mm-hmm.
No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
Look, it's that image from the trailer. They put it in the game.
The bridge is ours! Al Mhigo! Al Mhigo! Al Mhigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Villadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
Oh boy.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters, for all the good it did us. School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
Me? I'm Snake. Snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
Liz. It's a shame Father got away. But we did what he came here to do. I have to remind myself, it's not just the first step. It's just the first step. But it's a big one. We're going to take it back. All of it. One of them at a time if we have to. There's still a chance that some Imperials hold up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom and be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Eldon in Bittermere. Okay, time to round up some leftover soldiers. Let's go. Ah, yeah. Bonk. Bonk. Die. Okay, done. Okay, more death. Let's go. What I'm thinking about is, will I be able to get significant amounts of experience toward 90 before I hit Shadowbringers? And will I be able to hit 90 before I hit Endwalker? Because that would be really funny. That would be really funny. Just hit max level before hitting the final expansion. I'd enjoy that. That'd be a thing. This. Private, all's well at the bridge? Yes. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Science, I bid you return to Commander Camp as his men. Delight not overmuch in victory. Not when there's battles left to fight. Our work is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Yosh! Ah, finally. Da, da, da. Ah, finally crossing the bridge. Ooh, I'm excited. Ah, boy, these maps are massive. And your default riding speed is so low. This takes forever to get through here. Back so soon. Suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after he left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. If you're not one for waiting... I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with this... Commander Cam, Marshal Terrapin reports the sweep of the Castellum interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Velodina is well and truly ours. If this calls for... Wait, where's Naga? She took a bird and flew off toward the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe. The M tribe. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna actually look that up. Mhigo the naming convention. How's the tribe pronounced again? The Meh tribe. Meh? Really? The Meh tribe. My favorite tribe. She took up the Meh tribe. I doubt that the Imperials of Ladina had no mind to give them the trouble of their way back east. But she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Meh. Though I pray you're right. It would be best if Nago were not alone. She should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Okay. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Yes. Go! There. And the Peering Stones. And then we finally have all the teleporters in the fringes. Then we're just missing the peaks and the locks. And then we are done. Loch. The path to the village is through a tunnel east of here. Follow me. How do you know? Have you been here? I guess you have. Just casually visiting. Can I help you? Bum, 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 bum. Yay! A tune! Ta-da! Very good.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
Hi, Mhigo. Mhigo. Mhigo.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
The snake. My people. Well, not exactly. I have feathers, they don't.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana. The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
No.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kalyana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kalyana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
Good idea.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Hi, that's me.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Let's go. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primal we've faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep the forest with its children. Here we decide to turn to Sri Lakshmi. It would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her into this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Nago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Let's go! Nice. Flying. Yes. Hello. We do not often receive guests. What's the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We come seeking Sarisha of Veera. You are she, are you not? You've petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them. But we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. Her snort she would not give. It was the Kilana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection that first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Veera. This is true. The Veera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Veera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies the transcendental beauty which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual. A sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and then they summoned a primal. A fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. Imperials will still rule these lands, nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Veera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of the primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them see reason? You can count on us. That we shall. But without you, we may be powerless to stop them. We do not act quickly. More lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find the primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajira will guide you to Dajan Kat and shall pray for your success. Well met, science. I am Vajira, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Okay, we leave. You're ready? You look ready. Dajan Kat, you find the Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. A mail. Ah. An email, that is. You've got mail. Follow you where? I'm lost. Ah, yeah, this is the way. Okay. Let's go. A new location. Oh. Whatever. Dungeon cut. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. Ether current. Give. Gosh. Let's go.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Oh no, it's Snake Mom.
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Alice, stop.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alice, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
Nope.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This had never been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
No!
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Now I know it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Rin. I had to. I had to try and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. Never stop trying. It means a lot to hear that. It does. But it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. You can but do that which is in your power. At least Alfina and I will go and seize the crystal scrolls. This will not happen again. And you, when it's finished, you'll be waiting for you. Emanation! Let's go. This should be rather fast. Waiting for the cue. Nothing else to do but wait for this cue. This will take a while. I will do a thing real quick.
Open your heart to me.
Ah, I forgot to unmute. Oh, this music is so fantastic.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
Let's go.
I shall free you from your hate.
The lyrics for this song are something else. Oh, let's banner.
Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy?
I'm sad you're 69. Well, you are 69 here, which is nice. Or 68, I think. Ah, you're 68. That's even sadder. I want to be 69, please. It'd be fun. Let me be the funny number. You just murdered me, bro. Ah! That reaper almost killed me. Here should be good.
I shall free you from your hate.
Shankla. Shankla. Oh, fun! That person will disintegrate if they don't make their way over there. Yup. Exactly that. F. One primal down. Let's go. Ah, easy.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
You're fine.
So, it looks like the Inanta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Rude?
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
Oh.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Don't.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught.
Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Yo!
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Ooh.
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Oh, I remember that guy. Oh no. It begins, I see. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. No, are these any good? Nope. You've done us great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Vida Nilia? The home of them. You know, I have a faint memory of making the exact same pathing mistake of going all the way around instead of the direct path the first time I got here. Like, the first time ever when this was on content. Oof. The wind whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed the testimony. Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Rain did the deed. We were but witness to his heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning. There's no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use these crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path. We are on this together, all Mhigans and Ananta. We understand that Hopefully in time they will do. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vira. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the peering stones. Thank you again, Sarisha. For everything. Yosh. 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 Okay. Da 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 da. Welcome back. Comrade Marshal Tarupin came to render aid, but I heard that won't be necessary. About Sri Lakshmi's gun. But I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If he hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Rain. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance at the Vira on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. The other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None. Which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn to the peaks. You've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of the reason, a path is clear. Father has decided that that it is time to advance east. Finally! He was most empathic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the warrior flight to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be strong as quick as them, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned the respite, so enjoy it. The same goes for you, Nago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a lot of proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion. I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking in this side of Veladina. Very good. Honored guests, I pray you partake of the humble offerings as we give thanks to your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Oh, come and eat. Eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. Ah. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home with from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us even have that. Theodoric, Gaius. Of course, father and Ida had to fight. I would have too, if I'd been older. But they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts. They treat us like them. They push and they push and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god. False god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die, nothing gets better, and it just goes on and on and on. There's no justice, just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know it's just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are? Or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Rain. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Ooh. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Now let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced to the peaks, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades in the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Nice. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri, and have already begun fortifying, and there's a new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh?
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris when they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. On the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Valadina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along. They are waiting for us in Alagiri. Alright, this thing. That's so cool. Still not quite sure what that is. Supposed to be like Ralga's comet or something? Why am I walking? What am I doing? Ah! Mood sood. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in your absence. Less than you might imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming. We'll take the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you're ready. I swallowed wrong. Not good. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Then everyone, let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for mercy we took it without losing a single person. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement to strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, we will not refuse a gift from our enemy. The path to Mhigo is through the east. Through Specula Imperatoris and Custom Urbania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly. Both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see, and we've no choice but to accept that we have been given. Aye, that's just the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the science in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with the Resistance. I understand that you don't want to rely much on Rain after what he's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. If she wants to fight, let her fight. Thanks, I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you, unless I can stay with Rain. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Cryo.
Oh, my head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabad. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Yep. Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No.
Huh.
Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Found you.
Thancred! There he is! So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They are strong and they have each other. At least spare me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. We've a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arenvald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event that we encounter anything beyond our means. Da 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 ba 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 ba. Haha! Hello, Imperials! Who would have thought? Dead. Died on the spot. Oof. I mean, no, not the Imperial. I still don't have foul. That's not good. I think I can play the story quest soon. Wait, no, I should be able to play it. Right? Not necessarily. I don't get into the final area until level 80, and that is a level 80 quest. So, not sure. Give me this. Alright then, here we go. More Imperials to defeat. One, 2, 3. Done. Policy. Give me a moment, Ring. Say that again if you would. No, maintain the distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Orenwald. That pair was spying on us at the fringes that followed us here. What about you, Rain? Any trouble? And I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope that assault on Specular Imperatoris is going well. Me too. Oh. Oh, the music, holy crap.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Let's go!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself.
Ooh. Maybe not.
I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Rudolph, Emlyn. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
What in the seven hells?
Yep.
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders!
Understood.
Get out of there. Ah!
All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
You better get out of there. Holy shit. And the tower goes down. Ha. Oh, the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castromebania. But there was an Imperial installation. The troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell's been jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. This way. There's no time to lose. It's worse than it looks. You probably doesn't even pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother right now. I'm glad you're here, Private. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. And Specula Imperatoris didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was on the tower and was struck, but that did not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north. You take the east. Ooh, floaty things. Moment there, thought I was bound for without score at all. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There, I'll give you stuff far. I'll make it. Alfino better be alive. Ah. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Rain Umbria, what of House Fatal? We fought together at the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then, and now. I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times. Thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him over here. Hey, Alfino lives. Wait, where's my sister? Yeah, she's looking for you. Is this a voice?
Conrad,
Yes.
speak to me.
It is.
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Mhigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Estinian! Let's go!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
Oh my god! He just stands there menacingly. Ooh.
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
Oh.
You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Okay, so yeah, that's the first casualty. Well, no, that's a lie. That's the second casualty. I can't count, and also my memory of last stream is apparently wiped. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Gods is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Ooh, Elfino pissed. He's using the big words. Forgive me, now's not the time for vows of vengeance. You must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as you remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to the Commander Camp's body. Find my sister and return to Alagiri. There, that should suffice for now. Go and join the others. Tell me you found Alfino. Tell me he's alright. He's fine. Commander Camp died though. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Camp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Wounded, hello. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Yep, I'm aiding the Imperial. It was long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell with this. Like, you should be back home in Ursabad instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Player. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose. I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine the rest of the way. Oh, bless you, can't... Wait, is that you, Ring? I didn't recognize you at first. I've been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Wow, that was one really sad event and one really great event in one cutscene. But also, so Conrad, to the players, wasn't that important of a character overall, because you barely really interact with him. Conrad's death isn't here for the players. Conrad's death is here for Lise. For her character development. Because Lise's character development is very much through hardship. Through losing her father. than her sister, taking on her sister's skies with the aid of Papalimo until his death forced her to reconsider. Losing Papalimo made her want to be her own person again, overcome the trauma of losing her family at a young age. And now with the death of Conrad, she's going to be forced to step up and fill his role, which is going to aid her even more in her continuous development in this expansion. She has been either consistent throughout both the now non-existent 1.0 and also A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. But now, in this expansion, she's finally becoming her own person, and also learning, albeit very rapidly due to having to work through it in a war, what that means for her to be Lys Hexed, to be herself. And also figuring out where her allegiances lie and where her home is. And also figuring that out despite facing resistance. Not just from the Garleans, but also from the people here who condemn her for not having gone through the 25 years of hell that they went through, and still calling Ala Mhigo her home. Rain, you've given over Commander Camp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I've no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward, we must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Alden. But yeah, this is what... This expansion is very much about her. About her story. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We've suffered a grievous defeat. But we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief. This anger. And let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength. And your shield when the next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step toward Ala Mhigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with the customer Bania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. Frontal soldiers out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? I recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again? Due to a malfunction? Or one of their officers found the contents after the first barrage. or a heretofore unknown resistance section chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated to continue. Then I'll just have to go see one for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk using another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papilimo and I arrived in Ralgos Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no. I told myself it was because of the science. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. That I was afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world, who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled or fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left. And one of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got. And I'm the best qualified. It is as simple as that, but don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge the Commander Hex tried to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Private, would you go with her? I would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it's settled. We will await your return. Sorry to drag you into this, Rain. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader I was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Mooncrab Soap. The ship's stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it, or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Okay. Alright, that thing. Oh no, there is a golem guarding it. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Blow it up. Bonk and bonk. Ta-da! Let's wait for real. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. up. Whew. Took that a bit more out of me than expected. That took a bit more out of me than expected. And here she is, Nunkrep soap. The art that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow men, who'd accomplished such great feats that peoples couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know, I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself. But we're all better for it. Me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad or Ian or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing on different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad. Or maybe both of us. What kind of a monster murders their own? Is that smoke coming from Castra Mabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Rain, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castra Mabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on. Easier done than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Ooh. There's an orb on it. Orb. There's no time to lose, Rain. General Alden needs to know what we saw. You're returned. I hope you bring good news. Doubtless. We scared the cliffs of Nunkrep Soap, and spied smoke rising from Castra Mabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarupin's right. They didn't take fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castra Mabania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, then it's an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the custom and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Gearbania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions in Castrum Urbania and only other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies here, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll just be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it is our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alize and Rain, I'm sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castrum Urbania. Go, and may Ralga watch over and keep you. Watch over and keep you. Yes. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Mhigo. Castrum Urbania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there's even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Understandable. So to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with the contract recruited by Marshal Taropin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Rain and Lys were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Castrum Urbania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads here. You have a right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Taropin's agents got one of them to Kurna's code. Understand your disdain, I do. But I also understand the desire to look after the families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadin woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage. Right. Put together a squadron, Naga. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends. I'll be ready for anything. Okay. See, what did I tell you? Let us continue to Specula Imperatoris. Yosh! You wish to enter Specula Imperatoris? Yes. Okay. Ta-da! Of course there will be soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, there were no match for these. Come. Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of a recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Of course. Oh, wait, that's a destination. Stay alert by interacting with this thing. Bye. Very good. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above customer bunny anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? Elfino said we should be looking for a Rugadin woman, right? And that we should answer a question with courage. I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find a contact. Let me know if you find her. I'll do the same. Whomst to talk to? Hello? Ah, there! I haven't seen you around here before. Takes a certain kind of person to walk into a place like this uninvited. Well, with courage, I suppose. Ah, courage, you say? Well, that's in short supplies these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me coward too if you like, cause I'll not speak on it more, at least not here. Outside Radiata, beyond those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Very good. Excellent. Hey, was that who I think it was? Ah, well, that's a relief. Oh, chap. Either way, I'll find Alfino and Alizé. We'll meet you there. Not followed by you? Good. That all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Sons of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Tarupin. Name's Stark. Stark Road. The rest... You know, we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? I overheard soldiers talking the whole working in the mess. Talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out. The engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows. And afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon can't be already fully operational. We need to sneak inside the custom and ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years. And I know for a fact there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. We're split into several groups that may improve our odds. We may be few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. Okay. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Rain, you and your ever-dependable allies will enter the custom with my sister. With my sister, I will way of the ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, you will proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the same time, Alice and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lise and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center and detect it. If it all goes to plan, our three parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nagua on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the custom. Patrols? Oh no. Destination. Final destination? Survey. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here at any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep to their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Murder time, murder time, murder time. Rhalga, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Ren's the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we've learned something from our time in their company. Now, where's the entrance to the ducts? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars, or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for invaluable assistance. As discussed, Rain, we shall divide into 2 groups and proceed via separate routes to the castrum. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible to draw the Imperials away from Lisa and her men. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to the entrance. May Rhalga guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make your preparation, Rain. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Yes. Castrum Abania! But I will not enter this dungeon before I have the level 80 ability. The reason for that being, I can be level 80 in that dungeon. So, next time, we will be doing the class quest to completion, if possible. I don't know if I can do the last part, but we'll have to play this eventually anyway, because without playing it, we will not be getting 2 very powerful spells in our kit. Because they are dependent on this right here. And well, the spell itself, Foul, is also only handed out by that questline. So, we will definitely be playing these quests next time. And then once we've done that, then we'll go ahead and play the dungeon and head toward the final area of this expansion. In any case, I'll log out in front of this so I don't forget. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night.